Good morning, everyone. Pete Pardo here from Sea of Tranquility. Welcome to another edition of Forgotten Favorites as we finish up the month of August. Each and every day I'm bringing you a cool new obscurity, rarity, little talked about album from bands you may never have heard of, maybe bands you've heard mentioned but never listened to, or maybe bands you know pretty well but just have never listened to the particular album I'm going to talk about. These are all kind of off the beaten track releases that I like quite a bit, maybe forgotten or unknown for many, but still amongst favorites of mine. So today we're going to go back to Sweden. All right, we're going to go all the way back to 1979 for an album by a band called Atlas. Vardag is the name of the album. And what that means in Swedish, I believe, is Blue Tuesday. Yes, indeed, Blue Tuesday. So the band comprised of, this is a progressive rock band, okay, 1979. Comprised of Janne Persson on guitars, percussion, flutes, and mellotron. Bjorn Ekborn on organ, piano, synth, clavinet, mellotron, Fender Rhodes electric piano. You got Eric Bjorn Nielsen on synthesizers, mellotron, Fender Rhodes, organ, piano. So you got two full-time keyboard players here. Uffe Hedlund on bass pedals, and a little guitar, and Mike Pinotti on drums. All right, so this album was originally released in 1979 on the Bellatrix label on LP, and then reissued on CD on Ad Perpetuum Memoriam in 1995 with a couple bonus tracks, right? So making up the regular part of the album, and again, just to give you a little idea of kind of what to expect with this band. Very keyboard driven. There is guitar here, obviously, but this is mostly a keyboard heavy band. Very melodic. This is maybe not typically what you would normally hear from Sweden. This is very upbeat, melodic prog rock. Very happy sounding, very, like I said, up-tempo, uplifting. A lot of really bright keyboard sounds on here. Think maybe like kind of Camel, a little bit of Yes, Circle like the Relayer period. Certainly Happy the Man on their first two albums. All right, and especially since this is all instrumental, you're going to get a big Happy the Man feel. Maybe Dice, okay, former Countrymen, Dice, another good band. Kaipa, certainly. Maybe a little bit of Finch, and I think a little bit of Sebastian Hardy. All right, so if you're familiar with any of those bands and you like that kind of big, bright, symphonic prog rock stuff, that's what this album, Vardag, is all about. It starts off with a really cool track called Elizabeten, and these are all in Swedish, so excuse me if I mispronounce any of them. Good, like I said, good up-tempo, melodic, bright prog rock. Nice rhythms, synths flying all over the place. You got mellotrons and things like that. Track number 2 is called Pagata, which is over 14 minutes long, the big epic on the album. Also really, really strong. Lots of kind of shifting time signatures, but more importantly, you got these weaving synths and keyboards and haunting mellotron and organ. All right, the liquidy guitar lines floating in and about. The really nice bass playing throughout the album as well. That's followed up by the title track, which is about 7 minutes long. Also really good. All these songs are really engaging. Ganglot is track number 4. That's just under 3 minutes. That's just a quick little piece. And that leads into Dens Vita Transan Vag. Hope I'm saying that right. Just over 7 minutes, and that finishes up the album proper. Again, lots of good passages, lots of big musical swells and symphonic things happening all over the place, which is kind of nice. And there's you know, because it's all instrumental, the band really allows themselves to kind of weave all these interesting little musical bits. I think even like fusion fans from the 70s would really dig this album quite a bit. And then on the CD reissue, you get a couple bonus tracks. You get Bornstorp, or Borns Croft, as it's also called, which is 6 minutes, 17 seconds. Hemifron, which is From Home, that's what that means, just under 8 minutes. And then Sebastian, which finishes it off at just over 4. And I will say the bonus tracks are really, really good. The bonus tracks, I think, were taken from another album that they had done, okay, later on in the early 80s. But as far as I know, this was their only official. Hold on, I'll tell you in a second. This is the only one I ever had from this band. So let's see what we got here. Yeah, I don't know. As far as I know, this was the only full release from the band, but like I said, if you get this CD reissue, you do have, here we go. Yeah, this is the only release from the band. So I'm assuming that that those bonus tracks, which were taken from 1982 from an LP called Mosaic, and that might have been the band under a different name. I don't know a ton of the history of this band. But pretty cool stuff. And you also have a song which was part of a radio broadcast in 1978. So pretty cool issue here from a pretty unknown band, and got an interesting little cover art there, right? And then we'll open it up here. You can see a little bit more. You got the kind of the typewriter, which almost looks like a lawnmower, and there's the guys in the band. So you see Gibson Les Paul, Rickenbacker bass, you got Mellotron, all that good stuff. So yeah, I like this a lot. This is a little known gem from the Swedish progressive rock history, all right, from way back when, 1979. I bought this shortly after it was issued on CD for the first time in '95, and it's a true gem. Little known band called Atlas, Vardag. Check it out if you haven't, and stay tuned tomorrow and each and every day throughout the rest of the month. We're almost done with August, so we'll be doing this for about another week, and then we're going to move on to picking favorite live albums by year. So we're going to start in the late 60s. We're going to go all the way into the 90s. 30 days, 30 different years, 30 different favorite live albums, and a runner-up each and every day. So you're going to get double your money. You're going to get 60 of them from me. But more importantly, you guys get to pick as well. So that'll be the deal each and every day. I will give you my favorite live album from that particular year, plus a runner-up, and then you guys will do the same in the comments below. So thanks for watching. Visit us on the web at www.seatranquility.org. We're on Facebook. We're on Twitter. Of course, we're here on YouTube all the damn time. No In the Prog Seat tonight. We're going to take tonight off from programming. And then tomorrow we've got What's Hot with Sea Tranquility Day, where we've got reviews of the latest from Pact, Focus, and my review of the Ronnie James Dio autobiography. So that's all coming up tomorrow. Then Thursday, we've got the Monsters Den. Chris Allo and myself will be giving you and ranking our 5 favorite Dario Argento films for all of you Italian horror fanatics. And then Friday at the Funhouse, Martin Popoff and myself back once again, where we'll be talking about some of our favorite albums that we readily admit really aren't strong top to bottom, but because of a handful of tracks on these albums, they elevate them to greatness in our eyes. Everybody's got those, right? Those albums that, like, all right, they have stronger albums, these bands, but because there's those 3 or 4 songs on this particular album, boom, it automatically ranks really high on our list. So that's what we're going to be talking about on Friday morning. And then stay tuned for Sunday. Album homework assignment, George LeMay going up against Rand Kelly. The next round of the album homework assignment, tune in to see what they've been each listening to in their assignments for the last week and a half, and how they kind of rate them. So that's coming up on Sunday. Stay tuned for that and more here on the channel. Thanks for watching. I am Pete Pardo. Have a good one, everybody. See you real soon. Bye-bye.